Remarkable. Okay, I can't do letters. Okay. Jeffer's always on the grind. He always on the grind. Jeffers is hiding. He's hiding. He doesn't want to come in the chat. He's on the grind. You can't bother him when he's on the grind, when he's in the zone. He's in that flow state. Oh yeah, he's on the grind. Oh, he's for sure on the grinder. You gotta get connected. Gotta get connected with the bros. Gotta make connections. Build that network up. Gotta get a grind session together. Got a grind group. Goggins mode, baby. I'm rocking a Keychron. You know, plug and play, easy, buy, set and forget. It works good enough. Pretty nice. I like it. I think I got like one of the pro versions. I forgot what exactly this one's called. I think it's... I got the blur thing on. Hold on, let me turn it off. I don't know how to use this. How do I use this? I think it's here somewhere. What the heck? How do I even set this up? Okay, now, oh, this? Hold on, I gotta turn off. There we go. Does it even say on here? It's the K6. It's like a... I don't know, this one. I have the box for it somewhere. It's kind of hid away, but I read it. It says K6 Pro. K6 Pro. It's my first mechanical keyboard, and I kind of like it. It's not bad. Because I know these things could get pretty expensive, but I feel like this is pretty decent. The only thing is I kind of suck at typing on these things. I always click like two keys at the same time. Yeah, I was thinking about that, but I don't know. I don't really use numpad that much. I used to love the numpad, but then I decided I should just get good at typing the numbers above, because I used to hate all the numbers on top. I used to never use those. I would just use the numpad, but I decided I want to get... I felt like it would probably is faster to be able to just type the numbers above. I don't know. I never really got that fast at using those, though. I'm not really fast at typing in general. I'm kind of ass. But honestly, I can't type. I type like I'm retarded. I'm constantly like, I always misspell everything. And not even like on purpose. Like I'll try to type stuff and I'll always type like letters in like the incorrect. Yeah, it took me a little bit to get used to it. But once I got used to this, I like it now. But like even though I'm used to it, I just like the spacing between letters, or maybe it's just that it's like the keys are just higher. I don't know. I feel like I'm always clicking a letter that I don't want to click. And then sometimes just because I'm retarded, I'll click letters like in the wrong order. Like instead of ER, I'll type like RE. And then I have to delete again and then retype it. I'm just so slow. I used to use this. This is what I used before. Just the Apple keyboard. And now this feels so weird trying to switch back to this because it's like so thin. But it is pretty quick. But it just feels weird now because it's like, you can get pretty fast. If you main this keyboard, you can type pretty fast with the Apple one. But once you switch away from it, then it feels kind of weird to go back to it. Unless you're a laptop. Maybe it's not that much different than like a laptop keyboard, honestly. But I was thinking about getting a, what are they called? Kind of like this, like the slim version mechanical keyboards. They're like a little bit slimmer. I feel like that I might like. I might try that sometime, but I don't know. I feel like that might help with me accidentally clicking other keys. I don't know. I mean, it depends. Like I used this, and I was like pretty much used to. I've used a keyboard like this for basically so many years, honestly. Because I got my first computer in high school, which was an iMac, which basically had the same keyboard except like an older version of it. And so I just used that because I did like a lot of, like because I used to do a lot of like graphic design. That's why I went with Apple for my first computer. So I was like an Apple fanboy, basically. So I used that for like honestly until, when did I even get this? I got this like maybe a year or two ago, something like that. Not even that long ago. So I used the Apple keyboard for like 10 plus years. No, not 10 years. Like 8 years, 7, 8 years, something like that. A pretty long time. And then I switched to this one. And it was kind of weird getting used to it, but it wasn't that bad, honestly. I don't think it was that bad. After a week, I was like, yeah, it's not too bad. The first week was kind of like, it was more so just annoying, kind of, trying to get used to it. But after a week, I'm kind of like, it's not that bad. And then after a month, you don't even notice it, as if you've always been using it. But I don't know, maybe if you're like a good typer and you're like really if you're really good at typing and you can type really fast without errors, then maybe switching is more hard. But for me, who is just retarded and can't type, it doesn't matter what keyboard I use, I can't type regardless. So, or just get flatter key. Yeah, that's okay. That makes sense. Yeah, I could just get flatter keycaps. True. But I do like how these are like. I do like how these keycaps feel though. They feel nice for the Keychron keyboard. What are you using? Yeah, if you're trying to really grind it out, you gotta use that MacBook keyboard. That's how you go fast. You wanna go real quick? If you wanna last really long during the grind session and go fast, Apple keyboard's the way to go. I know the Logitech keyboards are really popular, but I never really used those. I heard of that. That was actually that was like the first one I heard of that was like the thin ones. The thin keyboard, the first one I ever saw, what am I even saying, bro? The slim mechanical keyboard. The first one I ever saw was from Newfie. Yeah, I tried those at like probably the store or something, probably like Best Buy or something. I think I tried one, and I didn't really like it. Oh wait, can you pick like all these different? Oh, that's just these color schemes, I think. Yeah, Rose Glacier. Oh, there's an all black version. Yeah, Sereno, you got to get on Jeffers' level. He's a 10xer. Well, honestly, if we're being honest, Jeffers is a 0.1 xer. He makes the team worse. Is that even an option in the pictures? I can't even see that. No, it's not even an option on the pictures, but it shows the keycaps though. Are these good? Are these pretty good? Yeah, 0.10x dev. Yeah, I probably would not want the white keycaps because those would just turn yellow over time, which would be annoying. I don't even remember what switches I have. Honestly, I literally do not remember. Yeah, I know that Keychron's like a really popular entry level one, but I didn't want to go with like, because they have like there's like a regular line and then there's like the pro line. The pro line's like probably a little bit closer to like a decent keyboard. I don't know. It's my first one. I think it's pretty good if you're going for like a first one. I like the Keychron Pro series. Bro, Giacomo, what is he up to? I haven't heard his name in years. QA in prod. Anyway, how do I even, can I take these out? I never even took out these keys. I don't even know how this works, honestly. I just bought it because I like how it felt. Can I take this off? I don't know. I hope I can take this off and I'm not breaking anything. It's not coming out. Oops, I'm going crazy on this. I can't take it off. I need like a tool. Who's typing? I don't think this is a good idea. Nope, it did. I have brown switches? What are brown switches? Keyboard switches. Oops. No, I want this one. 3 types: linear, tactile, and clicky. Brown switches. Insurance. Ooh, still dating the same girl? They better be getting married soon. Sealed the deal already. Tactile feedback with each keystroke. That's what I like. I like the feedback, I think. I don't even remember why I chose these. I never hear anyone get. I always hear something about like red or something. Red switches. I don't even know why. But oh, here's a video. Red versus brown. I don't even know what reds are. Brown is way better. Yeah, the red is too plasticky sounding, clickety clack. Yeah, I like the brown. Brown feels so good. Deeper actuation, more force required. I have to just feel them, to be honest. Now they sound kind of similar. Probably just the feeling. I don't like the clicky ones. Those ones are too much. Anyway. Oh, but I upgraded my mouse game. Oh, you're not ready for this. Bam, I got the vertical mouse. Ooh, you're not ready for that. That's some crazy stuff right there. The vertical mouse. Ooh, I'm going full ergo on them. Ooh, you're not ready to see this ergo. Give me that ergo chair, that ergo mouse, bro. Oh yeah, what do you know about this kind of stuff right here? What do you know about that? Yeah. For real, bro. The reason I got this is because I was just using like a regular gaming mouse. But like after like just randomly one week, like my hand was just getting like fatigued. Like it was just like, it wasn't hurting or anything. It was just like fatigued. It just like was annoying. So I had to like, so I was like, bro, this is bothering me so much. So I just went on Marketplace and I found this thing for like 30 bucks. So I was like, let me see if that's going to be comfortable at all. And I got it, and I actually really like it. It's really comfortable, but it was so annoying to try to get like used to. And the biggest thing I hated about it was, what is it called? I think it's called polling rate. Yeah, I think it's polling rate. It was so bad compared to the gaming mouse, and I just could not use that. It was just too annoying. But I decided to just like stick with it, and after a while I got used to it, both the mouse polling, which is so much slower than like a gaming mouse. So I don't know why, like I thought Logitech was supposed to have like good products, but I don't know. I would kind of, the mouse is good, the design is good, it feels good, the clicking feels good, scrolling feels good, but the polling rate is just terrible. Where was I? I think I was looking at that on lunch. Yeah, I was looking at this. I had the one that I was using. I mean, I don't really even game, but I just really liked the just the super light mouses. Like I love those because they're so easy to use, or they're so easy to move, and so they're just like super comfortable. The Glorious Model O, I was using that one. But the wireless wouldn't work with Mac because it's like a Windows computer, so I just used it wired. No. Bro. I told you I can't type.
Wireshark is a network packet analyzer that tries to capture network packets and display the data they carry in as much detail as possible. Network professionals use Wireshark to troubleshoot network problems, examine security problems, verify network devices, debug network issues, and more. Wireshark can be installed on Windows, Linux, and other operating systems. It's not a firewall or intrusion detection system, and it doesn't keep bad things from happening, but it does a great job of monitoring and measuring activity on a network. We're going to take a very brief look at Wireshark. There are entire courses on Wireshark, and as you progress professionally, you'll want to learn more about the program. Let's start with Wireshark's user interface. I'm currently on a Kali Linux machine. We're going to use Wireshark from there. Like most programs, Wireshark has a menu at the top. The file menu is similar to other programs, as you can see when we click on it. The same is true for the other menu items across the top. The main toolbar gives you quick access to the most common Wireshark tasks. The two most...
I just remembered, but Rishi moved to Texas. He's in your territory now. That's the last I heard of him. He used to be out here with Adam Fowler, who lives down the street from me. But he moved to Texas. Anyway.
Most common items here are the shark fin, or start, which starts capturing packets, and this square, which turns red when Wireshark is capturing. Below that, there's the filter toolbar. We'll come back to that in a few minutes. Down here, there's the packet list pane. This is where all the captured packets are displayed. It only takes a few minutes to see hundreds or thousands of packets depending on your network traffic. Each line here is a packet that Wireshark has captured, and it's separated in columns up here. You can separate packets by source or destination IP addresses, or categorize them in other ways. Whichever one is selected up here will display more detailed information down in the packet detail pane. The packet detail pane shows all the details about the selected packet. I can come down here, expand the different areas, and see more details. For those of you who love the OSI model, you'll be very happy to hear that this is listed in the OSI order. Farther down, we have the packet bytes pane. This is a hexadecimal dump of the selected packets. Sometimes you can see readable information over here in ASCII. If the bytes aren't readable, this information is replaced with periods. And finally, at the bottom, we have the status bar. A lot of the Wireshark interface can be customized, but this is what it looks like with the default settings. Okay, let's go back to display filters. When you do some sniffing with Wireshark, you're going to be overwhelmed with all of the packets it'll capture. We can filter the ones that aren't needed. I already ran a scan earlier, and my traffic is here. One way to filter is to use the expression builder. For example, let's say I want to filter DHCP. If I look, BootP and DHCP are actually the same thing. If I expand this out, I get lots of things to choose from. I'm just going to leave it as is. Now let's go over to the relation box. We have things such as is present. The double equal sign means equal to. The exclamation and equal means not equal to. The next several should be self-explanatory, but I want to pick the equal to, and then for the value, type in 10.10.10.1, which is my DHCP server. Now I'll click OK and see what happens. I'm filtering only my DHCP traffic. Now I want to see if there are any clear text usernames and passwords here. I can do that.
Classic Rishi. Unreal.
Several ways. I can create a filter by typing in HTTP contains admin. As I type,
Oh dang, that's pretty cool. If I ever go to Texas, where are you near Austin? I think it's Austin. If I ever go there, which I might, I have family that lives out there, like cousins, but I've never been there. If I ever go there, I'll hit you up.
Notice the salmon color. As soon as it's a valid filter, it turns green. Let's come down here and choose this packet. I'm picking it because it has an external public IP address. I'm going to right-click and select Follow TCP Stream. Now it displays the entire stream related to this conversation. Some of it is readable, some of it's not. I'm looking for the word admin. Let's see if we can just do a find for that.
I hit up some of my friends from college. My company used to be, or still is, their office was in Atlanta. So I would fly out to Atlanta sometimes for meetings, and I had a buddy from college, from U of I, who is a software engineer at State Farm over there. So I would visit him, but I never had any reason to go to Texas, so I never been there. But I do want to go, actually. Texas is one of the places I want to go, especially like Austin. I want to visit there sometime just to see what the weather's like out there. I probably still have it then, yeah. probably have it. I haven't looked at my contacts in forever. I've got a ton of just like random numbers I haven't seen in forever. But yeah, I probably have it.
I'll click on Find Next until I see something worth looking at.
Do you still have the oh shoot, what, the Stinger GT?
Yeah.
Or did you switch that out for the Elantra, right? Or do you have both of those?
Here, it looks like I found something. It's the word log with the username admin.
Hold on, what did he do?
It's not. I'm looking for the word F. I'm going to right click and select Follow TCP Stream. Now it displays the entire stream related to this conversation. Some of it is readable, some of it's not. I'm looking for the word admin. Let's see if we can just do a find for that. I'll click on Find Next until I see something worth looking at. Here, it looks like I found something. It's the word log with the username admin listed. This is followed by PWD and a password the person typed in. So with Wireshark, we were able to see a clear text password. We could also filter other things like FTP to find clear text passwords. I'll come up and clear this filter. Another way we can filter is to come down here. If I find something that I think is interesting, I can right click.
Yeah, that sucked. You only had the car for like a couple years. Like 1 or 2 years or something, right? And then someone hit you. And you were doing a lot of work on that car too. That must have been bogus. Yeah, I never really knew much about the Elantra N, but after I saw that you got it, and then I was just like looking into like just different cars, because I'm kind of like into that. I saw that the Elantra N was like one of the best value for performance sports, basically sports sedans that you can really get. And it's actually really impressive. Like they pitted it against a lot of other common cars like Audi, BMW, what else? But it's pretty good, yeah. And I was looking at it, I was like, dang, that's actually pretty nice for the value against Golf and different things like that. Last summer, I just upgraded my intercooler on my car. I'm still rocking with the old school Saabs, baby. But I gotta do a couple. I have a couple more things I want to do this summer. I don't really have the money for it, so I don't know. I've kind of been slacking on it, but I already have a downpipe I want to put on. Oh, downpipe and midpipe I have. I want to put that on. And I don't know if I want to do it myself or just pay someone else to do it. Well, I know what I want to do. I want to pay someone else to do it, but just because that one, it would be like so annoying to try to do the downpipe. And then yeah, big Saab guy. And then I have some upgraded spark plugs I want to change. I changed half of mine because the rear spark plugs are just annoying. They're not that bad, but they're annoying to get to. And I didn't want to do it in the cold because I don't have a warm garage or anything like that. I don't have room in my garage to work on cars. So I'm just waiting for it. Actually, now it's starting to get warm, so I can probably get to that. But once I upgrade my spark plugs, that should fix some of my misfires I'm getting. Yeah, I kind of like it. I like it when the stuff is like, when it's easy to do. When it's hard to do, like it takes a whole day and then you run into issues, and that's what I really don't like. When you don't have the tools to do something, it's so annoying. If you have the tools to do everything, that's like probably the biggest thing. Because a lot of times I just have a whole bunch of like random tools with my dad, and we either don't have the right thing and we're trying to like find an alternative way to take something apart or to get into some area. It's so annoying. So annoying. But, or like tight spaces. But otherwise I kind of like working on it. Not like huge stuff, but some small stuff. Like I didn't do anything too crazy. I just did, what did I do? Changed out some coolant hoses. Probably the biggest thing I did was the intercooler. That was the biggest thing I did. So that was pretty cool. That was actually pretty easy. I did that. So intercooler along with the charge pipes on that. Upgraded my air filter, which is easy. Upgraded my spark plugs and coil packs, which is pretty easy. But now I want to do that again to even higher even higher performance spark plugs because I'm getting like misfires. Ooh, that sucks. See, I have to, the rear 3 spark plugs on mine, I have to take off the ECM and a whole bunch of other just random stuff that's in the way to try to get access to it. That's annoying. It's not too bad, but it's just kind of annoying. But it's not the end of the day. Like you can do it in a couple hours, but it's just kind of annoying. And it's only like, it's not like you have to do that often. So once I change out those spark plugs, so my spark plugs are still good. They're just, the gap is a little bit too wide. So I want to get closer, thinner gaps and just better quality spark plugs. Because the tune I have is just, I can't push my car as much until I get misfires. If I really push it, I start to get some misfires. So I gotta do a couple things. First, change out my spark plugs to get a better spark going, and then probably update my tune a little bit. I just have I have a good tune, but it's a stage 0, at least for the tuner that I have. They call it a stage 0, which is basically just like stage 1. But I gotta get it recalibrated since I changed some stuff on my car. I've got like a catback exhaust, I got intercooler, I've got a different air filter, some spark plugs, half my spark plugs upgraded. Nothing too crazy. But I can get, if I upgrade my tune, once I change out my spark plugs and put on the downpipe and midpipe, I can upgrade my tune to probably stage 1 or something like that. Just basically a bump higher. Maybe even a stage 2. At some point I'd have to upgrade the turbo, but even without upgrading the turbo, I could probably hit close to 400 horsepower. Yeah, I was having some issues with that and I just kind of delayed. I haven't updated my tune, which really I should do, but I just haven't done that. Well, I figured I wanted to wait until I put on some stuff on my car, that's why, so that way I don't like change it once and then a couple months later change it again. But yeah, I kind of just been chilling with driving, like nothing crazy, but it drives pretty nice.
And apply a filter. We could spend an hour looking at filters, but let's keep moving on here. So we kind of did this already. We know that we can look at packets, but what if we wanted to look at the entire conversation between two devices? I can come down here, right-click on one of these, and select Follow TCP Stream. Now, I get this window that pops up with the entire stream. This particular stream isn't very useful, but you get the idea. So how many different conversations have been going on here? I can figure that out by coming up to Statistics and selecting Conversations. When I do, my conversations are combined. All the packets are organized neatly. I can choose a few different ways to see my data and then sort by the total size of the bytes, largest to smallest. I have some tabs up here, such as IP versions 4 and 6. I can select TCP to display my TCP conversation. Okay, I'll close this and then clear my filter. So far, when we look at our packets from Wireshark, we see a bunch of gobbledygook. The good news is that Wireshark has a way to export objects. In our case, we want a file.
Yeah, I wanted to take my car to the track, but I can't really do that right now. Kind of costs a decent amount of money to start going to the track a lot. But I know there's a couple good ones, a couple decent ones around here I was looking into.
To do this, we can come up here to File, go down to Export Objects, and select a category. I can pick HTTP and I'll get a list of things that downloaded from the web, or we can get objects from our local Windows network by selecting SMB. That's the one I'm going to choose. I only have one file. It's one that I transferred across the network earlier. It's a JPEG image file. I'll click on Save and pick a place to save it. I'll just pick the desktop, click Save, and close this window. Now I'll minimize Wireshark, go over to my folders, go to Desktop, and here's the picture that I captured in Wireshark. That's it for this demo. In this demo, we took a look.
Hold on, I don't even know how we did
Wireshark,
that.
we see a bunch of gobbledygook. The good news is that Wireshark has a way to export objects. In our case, we want TCP conversation, or just a small. the entire stream. This if we wanted to look at so we kind of did this already. We know that we can look at packets, but what if we wanted to look at the entire conversation between two devices? I can come down here, right click on one of these, and select follow TCP stream. Now I get this window that pops up with the entire stream. This particular stream isn't very useful, but you get the idea. So how many different conversations have been going on here? I can figure that out by coming up to statistics and selecting conversations. When I do, my conversations are combined. All the packets are organized neatly. I can choose a few different ways to see my data and then sort by the total size of the bytes, largest to smallest. I have some tabs up here, such as IP versions 4 and 6. I can select TCP to display my TCP conversation. Okay, I'll close this and then clear my filter. So far, when we look at our packets from Wireshark, we see a bunch of gobbledygook. The good news is that Wireshark has a way to export objects. And
why does he say that?
File. To do this, we can come up here to File, go down to Export Objects, and select a category. I can pick HTTP, and I'll get a list of things that downloaded from the web, or we can get objects from our local Windows network by selecting SMB. That's the one I'm going to choose. I only have one file. It's one that I transferred across the network earlier. It's a JPEG.
Oh, okay, I see. That's what he did. Okay. Oh, that was a short section, that's it.
When systems on a network start experiencing connectivity issues, IT professionals go through a series of checks to identify where the problem originated. These connectivity issues can be physical, such as a network cable being unplugged, or they can be configuration issues, such as a bad router or other infrastructure setup problems. There are a seemingly infinite number of things that can cause issues, and learning to troubleshoot them takes practice and experience. One of the tools that's frequently used for identifying network-related problems, including connectivity issues, is Wireshark. Wireshark is a free and open-source network protocol analyzer for capturing network frames and packets. In this demonstration, I'll walk you through troubleshooting connectivity issues with Wireshark. I'll do this on a network segment where some clients can reach the internet and others are unable to connect to anything. Now, I should point out that this is a test environment, and the goal is to show you how to use Wireshark to identify a general network problem. Since there are thousands of potential problems that could manifest themselves in the real world, I'll only show you how to find a single problem, not every potential use of Wireshark. This means you'll need to practice and probably extrapolate when you're troubleshooting issues in a live environment. As I said before in our scenario, some users can connect to network resources and the internet without issue, and others can't connect at all. I researched all other avenues before arriving at the conclusion that I need to look at network traffic to figure out what's wrong. In other words, I've already ruled out switch and router issues. I did find that some hosts have a bad default route, pointing to an unused IP address. I'm now going to use Wireshark to see if I can find the source of the problem. On my Kali Linux box, I'll open Wireshark and have it start capturing packets. Remember that properly configured switches and routers wouldn't allow all traffic from connected devices to propagate to all ports. In this environment, I've configured the switch to allow me to see everything that's running through it. I don't need it to run for very long to perform my initial assessment. I'll just capture for 60 seconds. Now at this point, knowing that some hosts have bad default routes, and also knowing that all the systems on this network segment except one is using DHCP for IP address assignment, I have a pretty good idea of what the problem is. I'm using Wireshark to confirm that suspicion and to identify the IP address that the problem originated from. I'm going to filter the frames I've captured using the boot heat transport protocol like so. We can define filters to look for a specific protocol, as I've done here, or they can zero in on a particular host port or other possible variation. As you can see, a DHCP offer was made from two different sources, 10.20.30.11 and 10.20.30.2. That means that someone has a second DHCP server on this segment. I know that the official DHCP server for this network is at IP address 10.20.30.2 since I set it up that way. With Wireshark, I can highlight the line where the DHCP traffic is listed, and down below I can view the specific information found in that data. So, if I look at the offer from the other host, 10.20.30.11, I can see that the route being given as the default route is 192.168.17.1. That's the address the systems that were unable to connect defined for themselves, and we've found a problem. The host at the IP address 10.20.30.11 is running a DHCP server, and the default route is providing it's bad. That host could have been set up maliciously, or it could just be someone playing with a service they don't understand. There's much more we can do with Wireshark. Skilled use of Wireshark can help diagnose slow traffic, help with security-related network scans, and many other things. That's it for this demonstration. In this demo, I've shown you how to use Wireshark to help troubleshoot.
Is that how I do it? I don't know how to type in. No, that's not how I do it. How do I type in destination? Is it just DST? How do I type destination? Examine packets for. How do I filter? I don't know how to. Oh, let's see. Maybe IP.address. Oh, equals equals. Okay, that's what you use. Okay, let me do DST equals equals. No, that's not how you do it. Okay, let me just type in IP.address equals equals. Nope, that's not it either. How do I do this? Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna not filter it. Oh, I see. Sin. Oh. Not gonna do the break yet. I'm gonna finish this. Let's see. I don't know what's the question they want me to answer. Oh, okay, there we go. You type in net. Ah, okay, net 192.168.0.0. Okay, that one worked. Now we're gonna do host 192.168.0.45, and that's gonna show anything that's source or destination. IP dot source equals 192.168.0.45 are those with only the source. Then IP destination DST equals that. Enter. What is the effect of IP.dist? In the destination address are displayed. Okay. What is the effect of TCP.port? TCP.port equals 80. Let's see, it's gonna change all the protocols to TCP, and anything where port 80 is either received or the destination. Only packets with port 80 in the destination. Packets with port 80 in either the source or destination. Yeah, that one. What is the effect of ETH contains 11:12:13? Enter. Only packets with that in either the source or destination are displayed. All TCP packets that contain the word password. TCP packets, how do I filter that? Would it be TCP contains no, that can't be it. Oh, did that work? The filter worked. TCP contains password. How do I look at contents? Contents. Oh, here this. Password equals hippophobia. Username fuzzy was. Yeah, this is it here. Yeah. Okay. That worked. Hippophobia. Score. 100. Easy. Okay, now let's start the break. Getting so close to the home stretch. I gotta just finish this already, bro. It's gonna be such a big milestone to get this Network Plus done and out of the way. Okay, let's go. Actually, hold on. Configure port mirroring. Let's get it. Assign port GE26 to VLAN 1. Wait a minute. Filter VLAN. Membership type. Or maybe this, port VLAN membership. There we go. Maybe like that, yeah. Select VLAN interface, untagged, apply. Okay, so there's two ways you can do that, I think. Now mirror the received traffic from port GE28 to port GE26. Okay, how do I do that? Mirror? Interface settings, maybe? don't know where this copy or mirror traffic function is. How do I even do that? Oh, maybe here? Bro, why do they like tell me to do stuff that they didn't teach me how to do? They do this like all the time. I don't know how to do this. How do I mirror traffic? I'm looking everywhere. Let's see. Interface settings, 26, edit. General access. How to mirror. Ports to VLAN? No. Port VLAN membership? No. Port settings. It's gotta be this. Edit. Do I do that? Do I change the interface to this and then it mirrors it? Is that how you do that? That's the only thing I would be able to... What happens if I do apply? I don't know if that's doing anything. I don't know how to do that. I know how to assign it to VLAN 1. I don't know how to mirror the settings. Smart port? No. Admin? No. There should just be like a setting called like port mirroring or something. Port security? Edit. I don't know. I don't know how to do that. I'm just gonna score it and see what it tells me to do it. How to do it. Mirrored destination port set to 26. Mirrored source port. Yeah, where was that at? Mirror the traffic. Wait. Oh, administration diagnostics? Oh, it's in why is it in diagnostics? Dang, I should have just kept looking at every single thing until I found it. Okay, that's easy. Let's see, VLAN management, port VLAN membership, change port 26. To VLAN 1, apply, success. Then admin, diagnostics, port and VLAN mirroring, add, destination port, 26, source port, 28, receive or transmit, oh, just receive, right? Mirror all received stuff? Why not everything? Mirrored, oh, because it just says received traffic. Okay, just received, apply, success. Save, running config to the startup config, apply, okay. Done, score. Success. Oh, that was it? Oh, those labs were easy peasy. Oh shoot, why an aggregation tap might drop frames under a heavy load? Because it cannot handle encrypted traffic? No. Because it requires a direct internet connection? No. Because it does not support gigabit signaling? No. Because it rebuilds streams into a single channel? Probably that one. What distinguishes a passive tap from a span/port mirroring connection? It physically copies the signal from the cabling to a monitor port. Yeah. What is the role of a packet sniffer in the context of a protocol analyzer? Captures frames moving over the network medium. Yeah. What's the purpose of installing a special driver for software-based sniffer? To allow frames to be read from the network stack, I believe. Which option is used with TCP dump to specify the network interface to listen on? Probably -I for interface. How can the detail of the information shown about each frame be increased in TCP dump? Well, by using the -V, -VV, or -VVV switches. What does -W switch do in TCP dump? Writes output to a file. Next. What is the purpose of using display filters in Wireshark? Show particular frames or sequences of frames. Next. In Wireshark, In Wireshark, where can you access tools for traffic analysis? Probably tools menu. What open source tool is mentioned as a graphical packet capture and analysis utility? Wireshark. Next. That was easy, bro. Give me that one hundo. Come on, come on, come on. 90? Oh. The tools are not in the tools menu? Dang it. They're in the statistics menu. I figured it'd be in the tools menu. But for analysis is in statistics, that makes sense, I guess. Bam, next section. Oh wait. Don't forget to, or remember to commit early and commit often. Do I not have tab completion? Why is it not tab completing? Okay, that's enough.